It is the Mike Show. It's the Tuesday edition. That means Megan Huffman's joining us from SHARE Greater Lynchburg and the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Very well, thanks.
Good. Awesome. Well, each and every Tuesday, Megan joins us and she brings us guests from the nonprofit world, nonprofit community, and today is no exception. Who did you bring?
Yes, I am excited to have Dr. James Camm with One Community, One Voice, and Clay Coleman here with us today to talk about their back to school event coming up this weekend. It's a big event. It grows every year, and we're so excited to hear more about it and the ways that One Community, One Voice are serving and loving our community well.
Absolutely. Well, folks, thank you so much for taking time today. We really appreciate it and appreciate everything that you do within our community. Who wants to go first? Tell us, what is One Community, One Voice?
One Community, One Voice is the resource that's in our community, helping our families from the elderly to our youngest children. We touch areas where maybe other organizations are not able. We also link them to other organizations. So One Community, One Voice is an overall caring organization for our Lynchburg area and surrounding.
Very, very cool.
We like to say that we're equipping families and youth for sustainability.
Yeah,
that's kind of our tagline.
That is a great mission. In the course of a year or months, or about how many folks do you serve?
Oh, now that is a great number. We serve so much of the community. All depends on the program we're doing.
Okay.
So overall, in a year, we are probably serving over 8,000. So we probably touching about 60 to 70,000 people in our community and surrounding areas. That's including the children, families in need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have lots of programs and lots of people coming through. Sadly, we don't have any way to collect that data, so we can't really give a statistic.
Gotcha.
But if you look at all the things we're doing with Santa in the Park and our clothing giveaways and the feeding programs and the back to school and Enough and the bike program.
Yeah.
We are really out there in the community. And I love it when I'm out at the grocery store somewhere and I see our T-shirt, One Community, One Voice.
Nice. Well, this is most definitely very well received and very well needed within our community. You guys have an event coming up very soon for back to school. Tell us about that.
Well, that's our Building Our Community Together, one of our Building Our Community Together programs, and Back to School, which I have been charged with being the director of that. So it's kind of my mission throughout the year to get it organized. And so we've been working on it since the end of Back to School last year.
Okay.
So we worked on it all through the school year, and then we were kind of announcing it. The kids were going home and getting ready for their summer, and we're getting ready for back to school.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it's been this is our 7th year of doing this.
Oh, wow.
And anyway, it's grown in momentum and impact since we first did it. And what we're finding is that families look forward to this, and they really depend on it. So this year we have shoes for the children, which has been a signature thing that we do every year, getting kids equipped with new shoes for the school year. And then we also provide school supplies, which are much needed, and backpacks.
Absolutely.
And we have, it's a fun, festive time. We have music, and all the schools show up so that parents and students can meet the administration and kind of mingle in a casual atmosphere. The police department comes and provides us with services to cook hot dogs, and we have exhibitors. We have more and more exhibitors every year. And lots of fun things.
We also this year have vision exams available.
Oh, wow.
We have organizations that will do IDing of the children, so you have some type of ID for each child with their picture and fingerprints. We also have an organization that will do free haircuts this year.
Oh, wow.
And the most amazing part is that the rest of the partners of our community wrap around giving the resources that also are available for the families, which is very impactful, not only for while they're in school, but when they're out of school, other agencies to help them to be successful in life.
Well, and Doctor, where will the event be held, and when and what time?
Well, the event will be held at the University of Lynchburg, which is one of our greatest partners, in front of the Schul's building.
Schul Student Center at on the Dell.
On the Dell.
So
Yeah, and every school is represented there each year, in which we really appreciate. So all Lynchburg public schools will be there. So if there's any last-minute questions maybe a parent may have, they've got the administrative staff there to answer those. And so it's really, really impactful. And it's this Saturday, starting at 10 to 2.
Okay. And we'll link up. We have more information that we'll share with you, and this also linked up on this particular broadcast. If you go to @TheMikeShowVA on Facebook, you can see the links, and then we'll have everything there along with the SHARE Greater Lynchburg link for your organization.
Excellent.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, this sounds like a fantastic event. It's family friendly. Everybody is welcome, and it is absolutely positively free.
Yeah, I love the idea that you can walk in with, disheveled hair and, and needing your school supplies, and you walk out just I just imagine kind of coming out the other side all set for school, and get your haircut and your shoes and your backpack and your school supplies. It's incredible, the wraparound services and how many partners that you all have brought onto the... Who are your main sponsors that are involved?
Well, the main sponsors, of course, University of Lynchburg, and then we've got this year AccuPoint Survey and Engineering really stepped up and helped us out. Of course, the Greater Lynchburg the Community Foundation has been a big supporter. The Bank of the James. I could run down the list. I'm very excited because the support for this is growing. We have more and more companies stepping up. And they see the value and see that what we're doing is real. The other thing that I really want to make a point of is that our exhibitors are growing. And so people in the region that have things to offer for the students and families show up, they set up their exhibit, and they talk about the things that they offer. So just a whole host of things that the families are going to need in the year to come. So that those connections are made at that show.
And we realize that without those partners, that without those donations like Greater Lynchburg, which makes this happen every year, we would not have the funding to do so. So when we see Greater Lynchburg giving those donations and other partners, Walmart and those other agencies, and so what we do, we try to thank them. We put them on the T-shirts, and we realize that without their help, we could not in any way be successful. One of the impactful things is that those children are getting a good start of their school year.
Absolutely.
And with money and funding not being as it needs to be these days, it's helping that parent also.
And prices going up.
Yes, everything is more expensive.
Everything really is, and it's such just to get a handle on everything for your kids. Even if you just have one kid that's in school, but 2, 3, that's a challenge. It's a challenge for just about everybody.
And I really love the idea that it starting with the supplies that you need provides a lot of dignity for the students who, from the day one. Kids are nervous. They're trying to make a good first impression. If you're walking in with a broken backpack or, broken down clothes and shoes and no supplies in your backpack, it really does start you off with a worse feeling, right? So it's just really setting them up for success.
And one of the amazing parts we do is also on the 8th, we actually do the back to school event where all the things we spoke of. But on the 14th, which is the next Saturday, we have partnered with Liberty University. And every year they allow us to collect the clothes that the students are giving away, the donations, and each year we call it tonnage. We can't call it buy, and we separate the tonnage and then we give it back out. And some of the items are just new and gently used items. And so not only do we allow that, but on the 14th, then the children can get more clothing, more shoes, and it's really impactful. So it's such an important part. I know when I grew up, when it's time to go to school, we sit down and divvy up 5 kids and see what school supplies we had. We did not expect to get the new school supplies or the new shoes. We went with what we had.
Yeah.
And so it's so impactful to see these children getting that first start off of the year with the things they need.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you, the clothing that the students at Liberty leave behind are very nice.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Yes.
And it's the location of where that's going to be is over on at the intersection of Langham Road and Ford Avenue.
2029 Ford Avenue. A lot of people know the facility as the Old Family Dollar right there across from Miller Park. It will be the location where One Community, One Voice will have the Source Center. And it will be there in the parking lot. That's also a fun festival. We have hot dogs, music, and a good time. And everyone's welcome. Just bring a bag to put your items in. We do not question how much you get because we have tonnage to give. And everybody, adults, anybody can come. At that point, we're touching the Greater Lynchburg in every facet. We do it on a Saturday for the broad community, but also we take care on Fridays, maybe the battered women's shelters. We take care of those other agencies that we know that have a immediate need. We usually allow them to do the Job Corps students, and those come in prior to the greater event on the 14th.
Great.
Absolutely. Well, for more information, again, we'll link this up. It's the Back to School event, One Community, One Voice, August the 8th, and it takes place from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. At the University of Lynchburg at Schule Hall on the Dell. And again, we'll link that up. For more information, you can also go to sharegreaterlynchburg.org and type in One Community, One Voice to learn more about the organization as well.
That's right.
Absolutely. Well, folks, thank you so much. This sounds like a very, very exciting, very well needed event, and we really appreciate everything that you're doing within our community. Thank you again.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Megan, how are things going with Share Greater Lynchburg and the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation?
Great. We had last week I was here talking about the nonprofit summit, and we had about 140 people attend that last week, and it was exceptional. Over 60, 70 organizations were represented, and it was a wonderful day of learning. Really good feedback. So thanks to everybody who participated and sponsored in that to help expand the knowledge and the connection between nonprofits in our community. This week we have a lunch and learn tomorrow. It's going to be at the Refuge Memorial, which is a brand new shelter for unhoused individuals. The cool part we're going to do is that we have a lunch group that gets together and tours and looks at the facility. We're going to have the opportunity to have lunch with the clients who are served by the refuge, and so we're going to be providing lunch not just to the attendees but also to the clients that are served as well. So I'm excited about that opportunity and to see the facility and to see the expansion of beds that are so needed in our community for the unhoused individuals. So that's tomorrow, and there are still time to RSVP. I always order a few extra subs for people from Jersey Mike's. They're really kind to us as far as the cost of the lunches goes. So additionally, we just are gearing up for the fall season for Youth Philanthropy Council. We have 27 local high school seniors that are involved in deciding where a $10,000 or a $5,000 grant are awarded. Wow. And One Community, One Voice should apply for that. It's a special grant that is for youth programs. So you all would be right in that realm. But we're just getting our house in order for a brand new fiscal year. Started July 1, and we just found out that we have $85 million in assets that are invested in the stock market. It keeps growing because we have awesome donors, and they are giving generously. And when those funds go in, out the other side comes, millions of dollars, $2.6 million the last cycle, for us to be able to give out to local nonprofits. So that we're excited about our generous community and appreciate the funds that are given and entrusted to the foundation to be able to make good choices and support organizations like the Community Foundation. Absolutely. And you can learn more again if you visit the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation website. It is lynchburgfoundation.org. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Mike. Yeah. Absolutely. It is the Mike Show. It's the Tuesday edition coming up a little bit later on. Now, did we solve all the world's problems? We tried. Most of them? Most of them. Okay. All right. I always like to make mention and ask that question just in case we miss something. Right. All right. Coming up, we've got your audio vault. Stay tuned for that.